day of battle that we prayed would come. Take up your weapons and make your farewells. Some of you will die in what follows, but our people will have victory.
Hey guys, it's Joe on it. Coming in, we're going to do a little bit of a 12-12 field battle here between myself and Adrian Fox. Adrian Fox will be playing as the Duchy of Lorraine. I'm actually playing as the Duchy of Brabant. This is a faction that Adrian himself has been working on for a while now, and we're going to showcase a little bit some more of their units. This is a tier 1 battle only, so we have a lot of units on the field that you guys maybe just see here and there, or you really haven't seen at all. Might just be your frontline guys. So, but let's go through some comps here. I have 2 units of Brabantian Knights, one on either flank. I brought 3 units of the Levy Bowmen and 1 unit of the Crossbow Sergeants. My front line is Brabantian Spear Militia, 4 units of those. Then on either flank I have 3 units of the Brabantian Sergeants, 2 units on this side. In my rear line I have 3 units of the Dismounted Brabant Knights, a unit of the Gildan Long Spear Militia, and my general, who is the Duke of Brabant. Let's see if we can find him. He's usually right there in the front somewhere. I think that's him. He's got the plume on his helmet, so pretty sure that's him. Let's go on over and check out Adrian's force. He has himself also some 2 units of the Alsatian Ritter, one on either flank, being backed up by the Vulgus Holzfaller. His front line is consisting of the dismounted courtiers. He has 4 units of militia crossbowmen. Then in his back lines he's got 3 units of the dismounted Alsatian Ritter, another unit of the Vulgus Holzfaller, 2 units of the Bas Ren Schiltron Miliz, and his general back there, the Lorraine Duke's bodyguard. So let's get this going, and hope you guys enjoy the content. So he's moving up his troops here now. He's going to move up his crossbows, and we're going to have a little bit of a skirmish back and forth once I bring my, here comes my ranged troops now also. He starts spreading out his lines a little bit more, probably to try and match up with mine. I had mine spread out a little bit further than his did. So we got some shots coming off here now, and battle is now underway. As you can see, Adrian is starting to move some of his troops around in the backfield, bringing his pikes up, moving a unit of his Ritter, dismounted Ritter, to each side. Oh look, there's a bird. There's another bird. I start moving around a little bit of guys. I start moving some of the Brabantian Sergeants here to the flank. As I noticed, like I said, I saw he had pulled another unit over here. So I'd like to see if I can at least match or overpower as far as unit-wise on the sides, on the flanks. We got, like I said, we have the skirmish phase going off. His militia crossbowman in this unit is actually already starting to take some serious losses. My crossbows are still full unit, so we've got 3 kills. He's got none so far. But, they're firing back and forth, so they're taking down hit points and lowering armor. Also, some of the arrows are getting past, hitting into his pike lines. As some of his shots eventually will start hitting some of my spear lines. So let's get in here and see if we can see some good shots here. Very well placed shots there by Adrian's militia crossbowman here. Just gonna wait for a volley back from my guys. See what kind of damage we put over here. There's some guys that are already down. So let's just wait for a return volley here. Yeah, small, but still taking down guys. It's almost to the point where it's every volley, a guy or 2 of his is falling down. So I was kind of really happy to see that one of his crossbowmen unit was already losing so many men. I mean, this unit over here is starting to. I think one of my units started losing some guys somewhere. Here it is. He's lost 1 guy so far, but which means that they have gotten through the hit points of the armor or whatever. So we're going to start. My archers are going to start losing guys as well. But yeah, we have a pretty long. We have a pretty long volley back and forth here. So we're just going to do a little bit of a fast forward. Just keeping an eye on some of these numbers. His guy's already down to 105. Mine's 114. The rest of mine still pretty good. Now he's starting to move up his spear line. And here comes his cavalry. He's going to move up his cavalry here. And I think he was just moving them up because he was trying to bait me to come out and charge into him. So we're going to have a nice little cavalry clash there on the flank. He's also moving up 2 units of pikes along with his spears, so that's going to be a little bit of a problem for my spears to handle. But we'll see where we go from there when we get to it. This archer unit over here, this crossbow unit, is down under 100 guys already, and they only have 13 kills, so that's really not that great. Mine are up to 27, so we're doing pretty good as far as the volleying back and forth, the skirmish phase, I should say. My units down on this end really haven't lost anybody. He lost a troop, he lost a guy, he's lost 9. So this unit is still strong and doing some damage here. Now this one's starting to get knocked down. All of his crossbow units are starting to really get. Oh wow, that one's already down to 91 guys.
Our general is being attacked. Keep
That's
him
not
alive.
really. He's not really aiming that shot. That's just shots going at my archers, and they're hitting my Brabant knights. And so I pull my general back here a little bit just to make sure. I'd rather not lose my general this early on in the battle. So yeah, we're still pretty much at a standstill. Still moving some troops around, having the skirmish phase still going on. Now this is what I was saying. He starts his cavalry in, but he pulls them back. I thought maybe he was going to come in for a charge, so I didn't really know what to do. I'm not the greatest at field battles, so I kind of started trying to maybe play a little game with him. I pull my Brabantian knights off to the side here. I was thinking maybe he was going to chase him, but he doesn't end up chasing him. So he sits around for a second. Now he's coming in on the side. I'm trying to get my knights over as fast as I can, because I figured he was just going to come right in and start trying to, crush my crossbows here. But he ended up pulling in, and I guess maybe he started doing something on another side or whatever. But now he turns and starts charging back into me, but I already have a good charge in on him. But his Ritter is just absolutely disgusting, because on that one charge he killed roughly 25 of my guys. So I bring over a unit of my Brabant Knights to try and help with the cavalry, but they break. They
men
rout
flee
pretty
the
quickly.
field
That
of
shot
battle.
cavalry didn't help
This is a shameful
matters at all.
display.
They just absolutely got wrecked on that charge. They're down to what are they down to here? Down to 26 guys out of one charge. It's absolutely amazing how devastating cavalry is in 12-12. So I move one of my units across. I use my crossbows over here, start trying to shoot some of his cavalry and his shock infantry, but then I realized, I'm probably getting more shots in the back than I am doing more harm than I am doing good. So I just turn them back and have them keep firing away across the way there towards his crossbows, which again down to 80. This unit's getting absolutely destroyed. So is this one. So I guess the Brabant archers are pretty solid. They must be pretty solid. Let's check and see what their missile damage is. 33. Theirs is 55, but his block chance is only 1. Mine is 30 and 30 on them. So there you go. This unit of the Brabantian Knights, my unit of Brabantian Knights, came back, so I was able to charge them back in to the rear of his Ritter and his Holzfäller. So that was getting them to start to waver. I also moved my pike unit that was over here over, started trying to push in to help out. Now I was able to, now that this cavalry is free,
The enemy have
they're able to
rallied
come
their
over here and
units.
start charging into his crossbows, which will help me, which will free me up to start shooting at his pikes and his spears as they're coming in, which will make things a little bit easier for my front line, hopefully, because pikes are just absolutely deadly. So we have a nice little engagement going on over here. We have the dismounted Brabant Knights and my pikes going against his Holzfaller and a wavering unit of Ritter. Back on the other side, it's kind of still calm and quiet. And then, of course, as soon as I say that, here comes his unit of Ritter. They're going to go in for a charge, I believe, against my Brabantian Knights, so I just charge right back at them and get a good charge in on him. Got knocked down about 20 of his guys in one shot, so that was a really good charge. And I figured bring the Brabant sergeants in also to help out in case the shock cavalry decides, the shock infantry, sorry, decides to come in and try and help that cavalry out. My unit of cavalry, I believe, are gone. Yeah, there they go. But they ended up with 119 kills, so not the best, not the worst, but they did their job. We're not really having I mean, we have some combat going on this side down here on the lines. I'm starting to move up. My archers kept moving up, and that's kind of annoying. But archers, what are you gonna do? So we have a decent amount of combat, but here in the center, we really don't have a lot of combat going on, except for the pikes, I believe. I mean, we have a couple of stragglers going back and forth. But his pikes are just right into combat, and they're starting to get some kills in on my guys. I had pushed this unit of the Brabant sergeants. His cavalry got broken on this side, so I think I was going to push them in to try and finish off the rest of this shock infantry here. My pikes are moving over now to try and get into these Ritter, start maybe digging at them with their pikes. My cavalry was able to break his cavalry over here. Sorry I missed it, but I got a pretty okay rear charge on the Holzfaller. Got them into wavering already, so that's definitely a fantastic point on my side. As again, that shock infantry is just disgusting. The damage that they can do as quick as they do it is just disgusting. Got a little bit of a problem over here. Had a big break on my sergeants, so now they're able to push around into the back lines over here and get into this crossbow unit. I brought my general over here to try and catch up to his duke. Now I'm returning the pike unit and my unit of Brabant Knights over here to try and help with this flank, but this crossbow unit's going to get screwed. So there's really nothing I can do over there. I still have this one unit of knights that were on this side charging in, trying to hold down the general, lock him into combat so he can't get away. And I think I end up turning this unit, my general, over towards his general to try and lock him down to get him off the field. That Brabantian knight charge that came in there from behind did a really good job. They were able to break that unit of courtiers. So now they're just going one-on-one against some of the more of the dismounted Ritter. And I get a really good charge in on his general. Did some really good numbers there. Here comes his cavalry. Gets a big hit up on some of my bowmen, which was a little frustrating because I was trying to get them around to the side. I was going to start trying to shoot his Ritter in the back, but Adrian and that cavalry coming over and just giving me a good punch to the mouth. But they're depleted. They're tired. So I ended up chasing them down with the Brabant Knights, and they broke, which again was really good on my side. Adrian's general has now died. I'm pretty sure his general died. I know the unit broke, but I'm pretty sure his general died. So I take my general now and just start charging into the backs of his lines. His pikes break immediately because they're facing in the wrong direction. My pikes coming over and helping push into the Ritter over here. That helped them break. We have a little bit more fighting going on over here. His Holzfaller, up to 127 kills. That's why shock infantry is so dangerous, because they ran through a unit of horse, and I think they killed another unit of my Brabantian sergeants. So that's a unit that I definitely want to get off the field right quick and in a hurry if I can. As this unit of his
The enemy refuses to
Ritter is
admit
running
defeat.
away, I'm just
Their
using the
unit
last
has
little
rallied.
bit of ammunition that I have on this archer unit just to make sure that they don't come back. I'm getting another big charge in over here in his back lines against some of his Ritter that have returned to battle from routing. But it's pretty good battle. I mean, we still got these guys here that are just kind of standing there staring at each other, basically yelling at each other. Oh, we got a little duel in here. Let's see what goes
Run
on in
from
here.
the enemy. This is shameful.
Let's see what happens. Who wins? These guys were up. Nope. Now I start pushing inside my guys a little bit. These two guys look like they're still going at it. That was a big hit there from my general. Back into that same line of pikes again, I think. That was a big charge, which caused them to rout now. Also, spears are starting to waver. We still got this sword unit over here. They just won't go away. Yeah, they break now. All the rest of his units break. So, I mean, he's still got his one unit of courtiers here, but as soon as my archers end up charging up behind them, they start wavering and break. That was a really fun replay. I want to thank Adrian Fox again for allowing me to use the newer models of the Brabant for this replay. So let's go in and check some of the numbers here. Let's start off with Adrian's side. His general did pretty good. I mean, he had a couple of good charges in there. He broke a couple of units. He had some units starting to waver, which allowed some of his other units to come over and get some good kills. So definitely a good move on that. His other cavalry, though, they didn't really perform very well. I think I just had good luck in locking them down pretty quick. I mean, there was that one charge that he had that he killed, 30 guys in one charge on one of my units of cavalry. So, I mean, that charge was pretty healthy. It was a pretty good charge. His pikes really didn't have a lot of chance to do as much damage as they would. But he did have a couple of units over 100 kills. I mean, one of his shock infantry is 130 kills. That was the one that was last on that left flank on my end. His crossbows really didn't do very well. They didn't really perform very well. Not the greatest of kills, but as we saw, their missile block chances only 1. So, I mean, my archers did much better with their missile block of 30. You know, that kind of makes them a little bit better of a unit. Plus, crossbows, you have to fire line of sight. Regular bows, you can throw your shots over lines and stuff like that. My spears these 3 units of spears really didn't do very well. This one pulled out 109 kills. My unit of pikes didn't really perform very well either. I think it was because I had them so far away from my main line that they were easily flanked by cavalry units or infantry units. So pretty bad placement on my part with the spears. With the pikes. Some of my my sergeants really didn't do very well either. I mean, this 71, this guy with only 6, so they got completely run over by something. I must have missed that. One of my units of Brabant Knights had 103, 99, and 75. My cavalry did okay. This 100 kills, 120 kills. Not the greatest but again still tier 1, so the units weren't that expensive and they are tier 1, so their stats are obviously lower than what you would see in later periods. But my general, the Duke of Brabant, ended up with 242 kills. He had a couple of rear charges on Adrian's lines. So, but yeah, it was a very fun battle. I had a lot of fun, and just again want to thank Adrian for allowing me to use the Duchy of Brabant, and he came in with the Duchy of Lorraine. It was a pretty good fight, and I hope you guys enjoy the content that you see, and I will talk to you guys later.